What's up, YouTube? It's Paul with Washington Pro Carpet Cleaning. And in today's episode, I've got two small bedrooms and a living room. This is a brown frise medium pile nylon carpet, probably about 15 years old. The tenants were four young military Navy base personnel. And I'm cleaning the home for the landlord, actually. The boys were here for 8 years. They didn't do too bad of a job taking care of it. There were no pets, but there definitely were some spills, maybe some beer. There was a couple of chewing gum marks, I should say, and a red stain, possibly red wine in the corner. So the first thing we did, we came in and we evaluated the job, went ahead and did a thorough pre-vacuuming and edging, and then broke out the spotter kit, and I used magic bullets. You can get those in the pint size containers. That's what I've been doing. I like the ease of carrying those on the van, and used that for the possible beer stains and stuff like that. Then we used some red vanish to put on the red wine. That started to break down the red color right away. And then for the gum, I actually used a little WD-40 and like a bone scraper, just kind of pre-spray the WD-40 only on the dried gum, and so that it doesn't penetrate into the carpet. It won't hurt anything if it does get into the carpet, but it basically emulsifies the gum after a few minutes here. Then you just pop it right off. Comes out no problem. And then overall we have, as you can see, just general traffic areas that needed to be pre-treated. I mixed up a 2.5 gallon jug with 2 ounces per gallon of water of the Green Dragon. So basically 5 ounces of Green Dragon with some warm water. Used the Works sprayer and pre-sprayed each room as I went through, first with the Galaxy Mop Pad, which is the scrubbing strip microfiber pad, which is, I believe, on the machine right now. And this goes in and it kind of loosens up all the soil. It does have those AstroTurf style scrub strips on there that pushes and works the Green Dragon in between all the fibers. This is the mighty ECO ProLite 14, which means it is not a rotary, it is an orbital. It is orbiting and moving in a random pattern and pushing the solution into the fibers and all sides of the fibers, so that when I'm ready to come through with an Ironman 100% cotton extraction pad and remove the suspended soil, we should get great results. And I did leave this at regular speed. Usually I'll speed it up to maybe 2.5 times, but no need for that. This is, I think, a 15-minute video, and you can enjoy the sounds of that mighty ECO. That thing is, like I've said in most of my videos when I use it, it reminds me of like a rescue helicopter coming in to take you out of battle. It just kind of has that really smooth sound. Definitely impresses the clients. I do like the orbital action sometimes when I have real heavily soiled carpets or a bunch of random spots. And of course the extra 0.5 horsepower doesn't hurt. It's a 1.5 horsepower. I could have done this with the other machines I have. The Auric Orbiter would have took probably 3 times as long, and the Koblenz would have been just fine. The Swirly, no problem. And of course this machine is the one that I chose to do the job. Wow. I do have a Orbot Vibe on order, and I'm choosing to use the one with no tank, no sprayer, so it'll be exactly like this unit, but it will only be I think it's 82 pounds, the Orbot Vibe. It has a few additional features that this one does not have. It is in orbital, so it'll be doing the same type of work as this. Pardon me. It also is wheels down, so just like this one, just kind of mowing the carpet back and forth. I do like the ease of operation here. 2 fingers, you can move this thing around no problem. And the Orbot Vibe also has a few other features like the tilting head, which makes it easy to change pads. So looking forward to that machine, and I'll be featuring on my channel the Koblenz, which is a 3/4 horsepower 13-inch. You've seen that in some of my videos. And I'll be featuring the Swirly, and that is a 1 horsepower, and that I've been using most recently. That thing is incredible. It does have the 2.5 gallon tank, so that will be the unit that I use when I choose to shower feed or do commercial jobs where I'm just doing a true end cap with a fiber pad or a Neptune pad, depending how soiled it is, and not using an extraction pad, just going through the whole job. And then as it dries, the post vacuum will happen usually on those commercial jobs by the regular maintenance crew. There you can see I'm going to go ahead and extract with an Ironman pad, and we'll look a couple times at the pads, and each time we removed the pad, the soil had just absorbed all the way through the pad because of the weight of this machine and how aggressive it is. So we only used one side, several pads, and we used a couple of the Galaxy Mop microfiber scrubbing pads. I do like the dual method. So like I said, I enjoy all my machines. A lot of people ask why I didn't use this or why I didn't use that. I'm just going to feature the main units that I use. I'm gonna have, like I said, the Koblenz, the Swirly, and probably Orbot Vibe. And then this one will be used for bigger commercial jobs, or if I have the opportunity to use 2 machines, myself and a helper, on larger jobs where we have 10 or more rooms in some of these bigger homes, we'll do that. And then of course you can always plan on seeing the old faithful Auric Orbiter, and that thing is, sometimes a lifesaver when you are in a home that is narrow staircase and a couple tiny bedrooms and hallways around furniture. It makes it nice to bring that in and just kind of work my way around. I can do the dual process. I can use the fiber pads or the Neptune pads. I call them fiber pads, but they're actually called moon pads. So if you're looking for like a residential scrubbing pad that's a little bit upper scale from a regular 3M white polishing pad, you can, and they work perfect for residential situations. And then of course the Neptune pad is the blue one. Sometimes you'll see me use that on more heavily soiled carpets. And of course the Galaxy Mop pad replaces, all fiber pads. I think you can use that in most situations as a scrubbing pad. A lot of times I'll pre-spray the room. I'll start from the doorway with the Galaxy Mop pad, work my way into the furthest or back regions of the room with the microfiber scrubbing pad. And then when I get to the end, I'll put a Ironman cotton bonnet on and work my way back over the work I just did and out the door. So that creates a very easy, simple way to do a 2-step process. Works fantastic. And as you can see in here, I'm definitely spending a lot of time trying to get this uniform where they had a lot of traffic. 8 years of living, partying, and not having the carpets professionally cleaned during the 8 years at all. So that makes for quite a bit of soil. And you'll see that in the pads as we go here. And the positioning of the machine, just going forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards like I'm doing here, and trying to get multiple passes over the more soiled areas, helps to absorb a lot of that soil that's on there. We did pick up a lot of dry soil, and if you listen to the video that I did previously, or the one before this, I've been talking about maybe upgrading and getting a commercial vacuum, since I have gone through a few of them, the Kirby, the Sanitaire, and I've been using the Power Speed. Look at this pad, folks. No, I don't think we're going to use this one again. It sucked all the way through to the other side. Nice. So I will be doing another additional pass, and I'll be doing that with a fresh pad. I may go diagonally, different directions, just kind of pick up more soil. Keep in mind, the product Green Dragon will adhere to or encapsulate any dirt, feces, hair, you name it, urine, in the carpet, and when it dries within about an hour, hour and a half, it will dry down to a brittle crystal, and it is adhered to that dirt. And then on the next regular vacuuming, of course, there's zero residue. Everything gets vacuumed out. It just looks brighter, cleaner, and better. It is definitely a better way to clean, in my opinion. In some cases, there is a need for hot water extraction in some particular situations, so I'm not knocking that, and I've done that, so I'm on both sides of the fence here, but I do prefer the VLM, and that's my method of choice. And if you've ever seen where Damon at Encapstore takes a Petri dish and pours in these encapsulation products or encapsulants in the Petri dish, sometimes he'll take crushed peppercorn, he'll put the solution in the Petri dish and drop the crushed peppercorn into the Petri dish with it, so that when it dries down to that brittle crystal, you can see that the encapsulant has captured or adhered to those pieces of peppercorn. And then you can take your finger, break up the dry crystals, and you can see that everything's ready to be vacuumed up and removed, as well as the anti-resoiling agents that are in the majority of the products, which means once the encapsulator does its work, it separates the soils from the fibers, and then the anti-resoiling agent prevents it from re-entering the fibers. Thus, you get a uniform and even clean, and you have less chance of any wick back, because basically you're almost at the final product when you're done cleaning. The carpet will only take about an hour, hour and a half in most cases to be fully dry. Let's take a look at this additional pad. Oh my word, we doing work. I just might hit it with another pad. But hey, you can see it is definitely removing the soil. We cleaning things up here in Washington State at Washington Pro Carpet Cleaning. I appreciate all my loyal subscribers, commenters. Love you all. Appreciate you joining us for another episode here. And I look forward to seeing y'all in the next one.